is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is in Pittsburgh tonight. Why?
Because
somebody dropped a nickel. Come on. Drew, you said it too fast. You got to pace it out. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Eric, from many movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Can't Hardly Wait. American Sweethearts, but now from Sex, Love, and Secrets on UPN Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. Eric, I don't think when's the last time I was here when you were here? Let's see, October 2003?
That sounds, if you say so. It's already tomorrow in Australia, so good morning.
Yeah.
I think it was when we were actually promoing for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah. Here, let me get your mic a little closer to where your mouth is. There we go.
What? Wait, I'm confused, Adam. So nobody adjusted the mic for the guest? What?
I sort of got myself into a funky, comfortable position here. I've got my feet up on the chairs.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. What's the first time it ever happened on the show?
Yeah. Eric and I used to be neighbors, but I moved.
Moved out. You had to get out of the ghetto.
I had to get out. I was slumming it. Eric, but Eric, I always pass. Eric, I think you drive a cool vintage car. Am I right?
I used to have that Barracuda.
What happened?
It went back to my friend. I sold it back to him. And
here's the thing about being cool. It takes a little work. Like I've realized. Like if you want to drive that bitchin' 60s cruiser,
be prepared not to have power steering.
Speaking of being cool, Adam, are you super cool today?
Yes, I'm super cool.
Oh no.
Yes.
Like Scenester Kid super cool, or like super cool, like
you got your car super cool.
Yeah, that kind of cool. Yeah, I want to just say that when you want like I always think about those guys that have like that rockabilly look, and they have to put a lot of
kids.
Have to put a lot of butcher's wax in their hair, and they have to put the boots on, and they can never just throw on sweatpants and go down to the store. And they drive the vintage car, but the problem is the car doesn't have power steering, and it's got front brakes and no air, and it's got to warm up for 10 minutes every morning.
And they don't believe in deodorant because
they're that cool.
Yeah,
I just thought you don't look cool in the Honda, but the Honda's got an airbag and it's ready to go as soon as you turn the key.
Yeah. It's like the Prius. The Prius isn't the coolest thing in the world, but because it's not cool, it's kind of cool.
But the Prius, at least now, is making a statement. Like, what's cool about the Prius is the Prius is rich guys and poor guys drive it, and they're both cool in it because you're doing your thing for
the
nature.
Environment. But my favorite thing about the Prius drivers are the ones who drive the Prius and then still throw their cigarette butts out the window.
Yeah,
they're really super cool.
I'll tell you, there's something I don't understand, and I'm going to pitch my my environmental plan again. One is the Prius gets 50 miles to the gallon, basically, which is fine, but so did the Honda CRX from 1986, and so did the Geo Metro in 1989 or whatever the hell it was. So first off, the fact that we had a handful of cars that got 50 miles to the gallon 15 to 20 years ago, you'd think, well, the benchmark would be 100 miles to the gallon. Somehow that ain't happening, number one. But here's my plan, and tell me if you're down with this.
Okay.
Freeways are too crowded. Sky is too polluted. Everything's a mess. Everything's gridlock. We're all falling apart. Gas is going through the roof. Here's what I want. I say, and they're always telling everyone, we have to give people incentives. Get them out of their cars. Get them onto the bus. Get them into carpools. Blah, blah, blah. No one does it.
Are you thinking stripper poles on the buses?
He's thinking $5 a gallon.
Hold on. I'm going to write that down. Here's my plan. You ready, Eric?
Yes, I'm ready.
Gas, $5 a gallon. Or $10 a gallon.
Fine.
Make it $10 a gallon.
Okay.
If you want to drive, it's $10 a gallon. Now, the actual cost of gas, $3 a gallon. The extra $7, it's going to the monorail. It's going to vouchers for poor people. It's going to vans that will come to your house and pick you up and take you van pool to work, whatever. Now, here's the deal. If you still really want to drive, $10 a gallon. But all the other money's going into the subway, going into buses, going into subsidies. We will incentivize people to leave their cars at home.
Okay, here's my one glitch. Here's the one glitch. For instance, people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Katrina happens.
Right.
They say, get out of town. Get out, get out, get out.
Right.
All those people who didn't have cars.
Right.
Who, the government kept saying, we warned you, get out.
Right.
They couldn't.
All right.
People in LA
People
in LA still will have cars. Don't make no mistake about it.
People in LA would have cars, if they had to give away.
Glitch,
but
here's the glitch. The glitch is what happens during those few years when the infrastructure is being built.
Well, we don't even need the infrastructure anymore because the freeways, which were like prisons made to house 2,000 inmates, we now have 5,000 inmates in these prisons, go back to 1,500 inmates.
No, you're missing my point.
The monorails and everything?
Before that stuff is up and running, how are you going to get to work if you can't afford $10 a gallon?
Here's the deal, Drew. It all begins with buses and van pools and that stuff. Nice, new, clean buses, nice vans and all that. Put everyone on it. Now, here's the deal, too. How do we escape when the dirty bomb lands? Well, first off, let Darwin do his job for a change. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Let Darwin roll up his sleeves and really get to work around here. I want to do some weeding and not so much seeding. But here's the thing. We know...
So this is really a question of evolution.
We know, yes, the people that aren't driving the van... If we got to evacuate, the van's got to go to the houses of the people that are on their van list.
Right.
That's how it works. So, nice new vans that run off of hydrogen or run off of propane or natural gas or something. $7 off of every gallon. $10 a gallon, I tell you.
Okay.
$7. Now, what's everyone do? Ain't no more Escalades with the spinners anymore. If you want to drive, you are going to pay the price to drive.
Do you know anybody with spinners on their car?
Well,
I don't actually know anybody who has. I see them on the street, but I don't actually know anybody who.
I don't know anyone who actually has spinners, but I don't run with that crowd. I know Drew does, so I don't want to offend any of Drew's buddies.
How dare you? And how dare you?
A friend of mine said eventually one of those spinners is going to come off. Is going to kill somebody, and that'll be the end. That'll be the end of spinners.
See, that's the thing. That's the fun part about our show. It's about that whole other side of the city, over in East Hollywood, like Silver Lake, and we don't have to deal with any of that.
Yes,
it's all about it's that well, it's the scene kids, I guess, a little bit.
Oh, Denise Richards also in here. Yeah,
man.
Is she I love her.
We love her too.
And
come watch her every Tuesday at 9 o'clock on
also,
UPN.
I have this retarded thing where I think I discovered her because I remember I saw
mentioned that.
I saw Starship
I just saw that tonight,
Troopers.
and I thought of that, in fact.
I saw Starship
oh, my God,
Troopers.
this is where Adam fell in love with her.
I was like 8 years ago. I was like, this chick is smoking hot. And everyone's like, who? Denise Richards. She's piping. And everyone's like, who? And then later on, they're all like, oh, Denise is hot. And I'm like, ho, hello. I discovered her.
Well, wait, could you see Denise's breasts in Starship Troopers, or was that the other girl in the movie?
That was the other girl
She
in
was
the
on the
movie.
screen and was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, she was the
in
other
the shower,
girl.
in the shower.
She was the other girl.
Something about co-ed military showers kind of does it for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a good movie, and I laid claim to Denise Richards the way you would lay claim, like when you're in junior high, to your month on the Playboy calendar.
I understand.
Like, that's mine. I'm May. Look at her. She's hot. She's hotter in your month.
She's like 3 months out of having a kid, man. And she looks amazing.
Another kid?
Another kid. Her and Charlie had another kid.
Who? Are they getting back together?
That's I honestly don't know. That's I'm sure
having
they're
kids, but they're not getting back together.
Well, I'm sure they're trying. It's
They're trying to work it out.
They're trying to work it out, but
by having kids, that's the worst way to do it.
Well, no. I don't think that wasn't the lineage of information. I think they got pregnant and then things happened and whatever. But
yeah.
But the one of the
got to be her. Can't be Sheen.
No. My God.
He's an angel.
It can't be Sheen. It can't be a Sheen.
I got to tell you, he's. Yeah. I mean, John Cryer was our neighbor too.
Sure.
But and his ex-wife was what a piece of work. But
I got to. Let me say.
I don't even know her name.
You know what? It is. Drew. Kathy Griffin and her husband broke up.
What?
Yes.
When?
And John.
Who marries Kathy?
John Cryer, who used to live next door to me, and up
when
the
did they
hill
break
from
up?
Eric. They broke up. They broke up like 2 days ago. All I'm saying is these Hollywood. You know what it is? People are impulsive in Hollywood, which is, I think if you're from the Midwest and you're a substitute school teacher and he works for the DWP, you threaten to break up like several times a month, but you never do it. Hollywood's like, pow.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you a story about John Cryer's wife. But first, Charlie Sheen is awesome. He's an awesome guy.
I know he's an awesome guy if you're a guy.
Well, yeah,
but if you married him, you'd be miserable.
You never, maybe that I don't
Yes.
know.
Your ass would be so sore.
I'm not married.
first off.
I'm not married to him. But you know what? I hear Denise tells me because they're still friends.
Uh-oh.
You know, they have
Uh-oh.
kids and they're still
Yeah.
friends.
Uh-oh.
He helps her run her lines for the show, and he'll play me in our
really?
scenes with her.
Wow.
So I'm waiting to actually go and hear him do me in the scenes. I can't wait to see the.
Wow.
So you know, do you need a haircut? Do you need a trim? I'm feeling maybe a hooker. I don't know, but I want to hear him do me.
Crazy guys who are horrible in relationships are always great guys for other guys to hang
That's
out
probably
with.
true.
Always.
Well, they allow
you know
us
what?
to justify. all
Yeah,
of
now
our
hold
sins.
on. Yeah, Drew. Now look at Drew. Horrible guy to hang out with.
Yeah,
Great
boring,
husband. Boring, like pee-whipped to the ninth degree. I mean, you don't want to hang out with Drew. No guy wants to hang out with Drew, but that's just the point.
Not unless you need medical advice.
Chick wants to hang out with Drew. Yes, Drew. Anything else?
I was just saying that people that have addictions and things often are very entertaining to be around. They're very
Yes,
fun.
they're life of the party, but tough to
Well, they're
bring home.
entertaining for the first hour until they start, having withdrawals or jonesing or puking
No,
or
right,
sweating.
but we in fact, some of our most sociopathic patients at my program where I treat these people, our nurses will say, "Oh, I love that. He's great. He's so much fun." And we think, "Oh Christ, here we go," because that's a sign of sociopathy.
What were you saying about Cryer's ex?
Okay, so Cryer's wife, the first time I meet her was at the laundry, the dry cleaners down the street
Right.
over at Holly Hills.
Right.
And
She was on our show, by the way, Drew. Sorry for cutting you off. She's a pretty blonde who was
She was in
on
that movie PCU.
Yeah, she must have been on Loveline, the TV show, once upon a time. But
Right.
go ahead.
What was her
Eric,
name?
sorry.
What's her name?
I
don't
can't
even
recall,
remember.
but
I don't remember.
But go ahead.
So I'd seen her in the neighborhood, and she drives by me. She's driving the Mini Cooper that has the British flag on it, which immediately is a symbol of just nuttiness right off the bat.
Yes.
So she's driving by me on my street, and she gives me this funny look as I'm standing in front of my house, like getting my mail. Mm-hmm. And so I see her a couple weeks later at the dry cleaner. She goes, "Do you live in my neighborhood?" I go, "Yeah, I saw you the other day." And she's like, "Oh, I'm married to John." I'm like, "Oh, right, I see him driving by. He's a really nice guy." She's like, "Yeah, it's so funny. I saw you on the street in front of that house. I thought you were a male prostitute."
Oh,
I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
I'm like, why would that be your first assumption? She's like, "Well, you were just standing in front of it." I'm like, "So you see someone standing in front of a house in a neighborhood and your first instinct, oh, well, he's definitely a hooker."
abnormal
had
thinking.
I had no response to that.
Wow, and
Yeah.
she wasn't kidding.
She was not kidding at all. She was so serious.
A,
And it was
bizarre
like,
thought. B, bizarre to tell you about it.
That's
be bizarre
the
to
most
tell-
bizarre
right,
thought.
just to
Yeah.
share it with me. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't know if she thought I was going to maybe be like, well, I'm not working right now, $2.50 an hour. What do you think?
Well,
Right.
he is the nicest guy in the world,
He's
by
a
the way,
sweetheart.
John Cryer. So it must be
Yep.
her. That's all I'm saying. But they had a newborn.
Uh-oh.
And it's weird because I lived across the street from them, and they're like, yeah, I see they're walking the dog, they're pushing the newborn around, and the next thing you know, it's like, they're gone.
I just gave him a blowjob. Whoops.
The illusion of safety.
I tell you.
Hey, listen, before you go to
that,
calls.
hold that. I had
But
that.
I mean,
yeah,
theoretically, it's always them, not us, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. Sarah, oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Drew?
no. Before you
What
go
do
to
got?
calls,
What do you got?
it's the last chance tonight to win the iPod Nano, and the last time I have to read this. So
Sorry.
tonight you have to listen for Korn, "Twisted Transistor." The song is "Twisted Transistor" by Korn as a bumper music when you hear us come out of commercial. First person to say iPod Nano gets through on the Loveline and talks to Loveline screener, you win. You'll also get a gift certificate from iTunes for 10 free downloads. You've got to be 18 years of age or older. Wow, am I tired today?
It's very exciting.
Drew.
We could try that again in the next break.
You have
I'll
hacked the
try.
crap out of that 5 straight nights.
No, but this was the worst.
You know who's excited this promotion is ending? iPod. They're the most excited that this is coming to an end. Sarah? You're 19?
Yes.
What's up?
My question is, I'm still wetting my bed.
Still wetting your bed.
Stop
All right.
drinking.
I take medication, but
Oh, no. I
Take
feel bad.
medication. Are you on a phone? You on a landline?
no cell phone.
Cell phone. All right. Well, hold still. So you wet the bed every night?
Yeah, unless
All
I
right.
take my medication.
What
Your
medication you taking?
Desmopressin, acetate,
Yeah.
something or other.
Do you sniff it in your nose?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? It's basically a line of speed so she doesn't go to bed?
No, it's called DDAVP. It's prevents the kidneys from producing urine.
Oh, look,
So they
I
don't
can
appear
cure
in the
this.
night.
Okay, hold on. I'm putting you on hold. I haven't told this story in a while. I used to wet the bed.
But that was because you drank a lot.
Well, no, this is before I even had a problem with alcohol.
Oh.
I mean, now it's a different story. But this is before the problem. I used to wet the bed, and I wet the bed. I stopped for a while, and then I started again when I was like 11 or something. And no one really seemed to care, but once every so often when I would go to sleep over at my grandparents' house, my grandpa didn't want me up the sofa. So he put a bucket by the side of the bed. Or by the side of the sofa.
Kind of him.
And I would go to bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night, and he would go in and watch Charo on the Tonight Show, and that would end at 12:30, 1 o'clock, and when he would go to bed, he would pass me on the sofa, he'd wake me up, and he'd say, "Whiz in the bucket." And I now for me, I went to bed about 9:30, so it's about the 3-4 hour mark.
Right.
I would take a good long whiz into that bucket and then set it down and go back to sleep, and I never wet the bed. Why? Because I got up in the middle of the night and took a whiz.
So basically, you need to have dreams of Charo going, "No, baby, take a piece. Go, come on. You got to take a piece in the bucket. You're gonna love it. Take a piece. Come on, baby."
And if you remember, Adam, I brought in some literature, a medical article that said that those behavioral interventions, such as having timers and that kind of thing, are as effective as anything else.
Well,
We're vindicated.
people are taking pills. People are going to see therapists. People are having sheets that shock them. Here is how you do it, everybody.
Don't drink a couple hours before you go to bed, for one.
That ain't gonna hurt. The other thing you need to do is go to any supermarket, any store, and get yourself one of those little digital timers. Just $10. Little. They put them in kitchens. You can press hour. You can press the minute. Just tick, 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 and hit set, and you got it for 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever. So if you're Sarah and you're going to bed at midnight, hit your little timer for 3 hours. It'll go off at 3 in the morning. When it goes off, you get up and take a leak and then go back to sleep again. The next night, you could do it for 4 hours. But if you wake up wet, set it back.
Right, set
do
it
it
back.
sooner.
And if all else fails, I would suggest just get a catheter. The pills, get off the pills.
Yeah, why?
Well, the catheters
Sarah.
are actually very dangerous. Those are very dangerous.
Sarah.
Where they back up or something?
Well, no, you become permanently dependent on them when you take it out. You can't hold your urine. You get infections. You get your kidney.
Sorry,
horrible.
Sarah.
horrible.
I didn't mean to give you bad.
Drew, leave him alone.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to give you bad advice.
Sarah,
Yes.
what about my timer idea?
I've tried it. I've tried everything. I've tried.
Oh, okay. Now, wait a minute. Wait, quiet. Now, how can the timer not work? How long did you set the timer for?
Every 3 hours, like you were saying, like I would go to sleep even if I went to bed, like even midnight, I would wake up at 3 o'clock.
And had you wet the bed?
Yeah, if I don't take that medication. I mean,
Why don't you do it every hour? Wait a minute. Do you have mechanical
But can she get
problems?
healthy rest if she's waking up every hour?
No,
I do.
But,
not every hour.
but do you have any other physiological problems? I mean, do you have a spinal injury or something, or spina bifida or something?
No.
No. Okay.
Were you ever abused?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Something's up.
You could hear that.
What,
yeah.
You were sexually abused, right?
Do you use any drugs?
No.
Recreationally, nothing.
No.
Who
she's not an addict.
sexually abused you?
My
Dad at night.
brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Your
Ooh.
brother-in-law?
Well, back then he was my sister's boyfriend.
Ugh.
Boy, and then they got married?
Yeah. Well, I never
Awesome.
told anyone.
Is he still around?
Yeah.
So you have to see this person.
Oh.
I
Horrible.
try not to.
Right.
How
I understand.
how old were you and how old was he when he did this?
11. I was 11. He was
It
about
also means that Dad's got to be a piece
Hold
of
on,
work.
Drew.
guys.
Don't talk over the part where she says how old he goddamn was. Would you please? You were 11.
18 or 19. I'm not sure which.
All right.
He's finishing high school.
So he's an adult and you were 11.
Uh-huh.
So he's an animal. And now I'm sure he's got a few kids with your sister.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. I'm gonna get some coordinates and call in an airstrike so we can
Sarah,
stop the nest.
Sarah, before you even worry about the bedwetting, man, you got to go deal with this. Go handle this, and get some help with this because that's a big issue. That's a big deal.
But again, her dad's got to be a piece of work too, given that Sis decided to marry this a-hole.
Dad is not alive. He's dead.
Yeah.
Your dad's
What happened?
He's not around. He's never been around. He died when I was born.
What happened?
Car accident.
drunk driving.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not sure. I mean, he wasn't drunk, but he was.
All right, Sarah. Here's let me tell you. Try my timer plan again, and try it this time. Would you get some therapy and don't have any kids,
Please.
please?
Uh-oh.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Huh?
No.
Phew.
No.
Okay, no kids.
I'm not.
Okay, all right. Listen, here's my feeling, and I'm a little tough in the love department, but I want guys like this just sort of destroyed because it's like he is taking a dump in the well that we're all trying to drink out of, and I want him stopped. Like he is going to molest this chick, screw her up. She's going to hook up with an abusive guy. She's going to get pregnant. Their kid's going to get screwed up. Imagine what this guy is doing to his young kids, or what he's exposing them to.
It amazes me that they actually can they can have punishments they think are feasible for these things, like 5 years, 7 years. Like that's gonna fix a creature like this.
And the same thing you'd get for selling some tabs of acid at a Grateful Dead concert. You get for banging an 11-year-old.
No, these guys, you just get rid of them.
I don't know.
Slowly but surely, you just
I'm telling you, what was my idea? Pedophile Island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eric.
Do they just rape each other all day long?
It's a reality show.
It was pedophile.
Pedophile. Yeah, all right. Eric, just please dig on this. I know you're a pretty decent sized player in this community, and I know you know some pretty heavy hitters too. Now dig this.
Okay.
This could be a TV show. The year is 2031. What do we do with the pedophiles? We can't have them killed, but all they do is get out and repeat their horrible crimes against society. Right. We put them on an island. Pedophile.
And then we could have competitions every week.
No. It's not a reality show. It's a drama. It's an hour-long drama.
Oh, so you're saying it's not a reality show. It's not the actual pedophiles.
No, it is. This could be a feature. This is a feature.
Sort of similar. Well, there was that movie with Ray Liotta. Remember?
That's right. It was an excellent movie. It's so good we can't think of the name of it.
Well, Kevin Dillon was really good. He shined in that one.
Here's the deal. Me and Eric could think of the name of it eventually. You, Drew, if I put a gun under the head of you and everyone in your family and gave you 7 months, you'd come up with 0. But Michelle will get on the island or the escape. It was a good movie. Okay, here's my point.
Okay.
We have an island, and every pedophile from the world, around the world, ends up at this island. And our whole thing is like, we're not going to kill you, but look, there will be no children for you guys to ply your trade, and you can just have your hierarchy and whatever until a plane filled with Cub Scouts crashes on its way back from a jamboree in Oahu, crashes onto the island.
The detail of Oahu is nice too. I like that.
This is the South Park episode.
Information. That now there is a group of Cub Scouts who must use their training.
So it's Lord of the Flies because you got to have a tag for it. It's Lord of the Flies meets the movie with Brad Pitt and Michael Patrick
meets Lost.
Well, meets Lost.
Meets Lost in that movie. We're going to find out the name of. Yeah. Now there's the one kid that could never get his merit badge for whatever, skinning a rabbit or starting a fire. That's at the end. That's what it comes down to. He has to start that fire.
Right.
Yeah. Now I see you as the head of the pedophiles. No. I see you as here. You know who you are.
That's a role for Kevin.
Here's who you are. Here's who you are. Mm-hmm. Your dad is the Cub Scout troop leader,
right?
And you're the former Eagle Scout who sort of turned his back on scouting,
right?
But agreed to go on this trip with your dad. And your dad's telling you about discipline and about honor, and you've kind of turned your back on him. But after the plane crash, your father dies. And you have to take over as the leader of the troop.
So he's the reluctant hero.
The reluctant leader of the troop.
My manager's here. Can we get Jerry Bruckheimer on the phone?
Powerful stuff.
I did something for them. I think Bruckheimer would be into this.
Pedophile.
This is a Michael Brave project if I ever heard one.
Huge.
This is a Michael Nairn project.
Right. A volcano that's going to go off.
No, yeah.
You're being chased by the predators, these horrible predators.
And then there's that scene with the weakest kid, the one who couldn't run as fast as everybody.
Breaks your heart. breaks
It's
your
almost-
heart.
it almost-
you can
it
still
took me a
hear
little-
the squeals.
And he's a little chubby.
Yeah.
Couldn't run as fast as the
Cute.
other
It's
kids.
cute.
He's cute. He's like
And
Piggy from
there-
Lord of the Flies.
There's an element of warriors in it too, because the pedophiles have broken off
Into
into their own
gangs.
gangs and
So
cults.
some of them, and they're a little gay anyway, so they have like baseball uniforms or.
Yes,
No,
and there's
Adam.
the French ones and the Canadian ones. Yes, Drew.
Given that Michael Nairn's going to make a cartoon out of this, what's my role in this?
Oh,
You're the omnipotent voice. You're the narrative.
yeah, you're the narrative.
I'm the volcano. I'm the volcano.
You're the volcano.
You know, you are the. I'll tell you who you're the voice of. You're the narrative. You're the voice inside Eric's head of his dead father, who
Yes.
tells him to
Yes.
lead, who tells him to
Yes.
be strong, who
Rise up and revolt.
no,
reminds
it's
him
like
that-
Lion King, where I'm up in the sky and he talks to me. I'm the stars.
Yes, but you remind him he was once an Eagle Scout.
Yes.
Go
Know
ahead, Drew.
who you are. Know who you are.
A few more.
That's the best I can do.
Give me like
remember
5
the
good
circle
ones.
of life.
No,
Remember
hold on.
the circle
Hold
of-
on. You deliver that one like the iPod commercial. Let's go, buddy. Let's focus.
All right. Well,
Give me some
And I'm
clean
telling you,
take.
no, it's
Yeah.
it'll work too because we got one of these narratives on our show, and it's like the omnipotent voice, sort of commenting on society and relationships, and
Right.
it works really well. It's gonna be
Yes,
Worked
it's
for
like-
Desperate
here
Housewives, too.
it is. Yes, like the Desperate Housewife, the guy that reads who tells the story at the beginning. It'll be
Right.
my voice because I'm a ghost. I'm ever present. I'm there everywhere. I'm watching this happen. I went and talk about setting the scene, and just when they thought things were safe, my dear son, I worry about him constantly.
I don't think it's my dear son. I think you say, "Listen to me, boy."
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
then
you're sterner. You're
then
sterner.
no. But when I'm talking to the audience, I'm kind and gentle. But when I talk to you, I'm mean. And
I like it.
I'm
It's
Mufasa.
tough love.
I'm
Yeah.
Mufasa.
It's tough love. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You should come and get some practice. You should come and do some of the narrative on our show. You could come, talk about,
Did you
love
hear the
and sex
iPod
and secrets
commercial,
and,
Eric?
and
Yeah, I know, Eric. Be serious.
Drew, seriously, give me 3 clean lines, and then we're going to break.
Wait
Okay,
a minute.
about what? Give me a
Think
theme.
clean.
Give me something about what? So it's remember who you are.
Yeah, come on, Drew. Come up with them yourself. You went to college for 70 years. You can't come up with 3 things?
It's a
You get
scientist.
a
They
degree,
didn't write
you get a
anything.
degree after 70 years?
True. I'm done doing the thinking on this show. Now come up with 3 good ones and come up with them now. Go.
Remember who you are.
All right, one more clean one of those.
Remember who you are.
Okay,
What's your name going to be? What's your name going to be in the thing, Eric?
Dax.
Dax.
Dax or Christian? Biblical.
Yeah. Either one, Drew.
Either one.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Dax, I am Lord. Just kidding.
This week on Pedophile.
Come on, Drew. Give me 3 clean ones. Come on.
All right. Dax, remember who you are.
We already got
what's
that.
your last name? What's your last name?
Dax
Baxter.
McClintock.
Oh, it's
McClintock.
McClintock.
Dax, remember who you are. You are a McClintock. You're from proud stock. You know what's right. You know what you need to do. Okay, Dax.
Okay. Try one more.
Okay.
Tighten it
This
up.
week on
and
Pedophile.
really hit proud
Tuesdays at 9
stock.
o'clock on UPN.
There we go.
All right. Dax, remember who you are. You come from the proud McClintock stock. Remember. Is that good?
I think you should add one more. I think you need one more. You should do it with an accent.
Let's just get 3. Let's get 3.
You should do it. It should be.
No.
Remember
Okay,
who
that's
you
all
are,
an
boy.
God
Drew,
damn it, it's
you're
1
from
to 12.
the- All right.
It's
You're
You're
11:30.
from the
Let's go.
McClintock
All right.
clan.
Drew, give me 3 wild lines. Give me 3 runs. 3 different runs. Just wild. Like, run! Run! You know what I mean? 3 wilds, and we'll go to
Wait,
break.
wait,
Get
I'm
some
going to give him a
music.
little
Give him
soundtrack.
music. Yeah, go ahead.
Dax, run! Run, Dax.
Run.
All right, that's very that's very good. Dax McClintock in studio tonight. Got a little project called Pedophile. It's coming out this Friday nationwide. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Boring bit. What's happening, everybody? It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Pittsburgh. Why? Because somebody dropped the nickel.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was thinking off the air here that you guys were advocating, at least you, Adam, were advocating that girl get up every hour and pee. But that DDAVP was working for her, and it's a hormone with no side effects. Why not let her? What's the difference between her having disturbed sleep all night and not feeling good and taking a medicine that makes her not pee?
I'll tell you why. One of them's my idea, and the other one
Right.
isn't.
Oh, you're right. That's much better. Yes.
That's
yes.
number 1. Number 2, I feel like in terms of the message she's sending herself, especially someone who was victimized in the past, that she
right.
should be proactive. She should
All
say,
right, yeah.
I can take care of this. I can solve
Yes.
this. I don't have
Got
to
it.
take a pill. I can
Yeah,
take
you're
care
right.
of it. Let me
You're
do
right.
a quick plug. Hold on.
The difference is
Yes.
being in effect of something or being at cause over it.
Yes. Thank you. Truer words were never spoken. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets on UPN Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, with the smoking hot Denise Richards as well, and the now new narrative voice of Dr. Drew, who plays Dax McClintock's father.
Dax McClintock Sr.
Senior. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Senior.
Dax Senior. Yeah, right.
Right.
Died in the plane crash.
Yeah, it's rough.
But, you know,
my name is
Urea-
actually my name is actually Donald, but and that's yours
Donald
too. We just call you,
yes.
yeah, we just call you Dax for short.
Right,
So don't
right.
confuse
and,
us.
and the thing, too, is...
And I kept his glasses.
You spent so much time, so much, which you didn't need, but you used to magnify the sun's light to start a
Absolutely.
signal fire.
That's right.
Now, here's the other thing, too. You spent so much time rebelling against your father, but after he passed, you realized you guys had a lot. You guys shared a lot in common.
Do I have his journal of Cub Scout knowledge with me
it's
that
the
I
one,
refer to?
the one you always refuse to look at, but now
Yeah.
it's like your Bible.
Yeah.
And some of that old Eagle Scout training is coming back to you, too.
Oh yeah. You know,
Of course.
digging the little, building the fire and then digging the little patch in the dirt and then
Yeah, we see
laying
how that works
coals
on
and putting
Survivor
the-
every week.
putting
Yeah.
the dirt back over it and making
Yeah.
a little warm bed for yourself.
Wow, this is bad. The movie's done, by the way. It's already in the can. It's going to be at Sundance in a few weeks.
Yeah.
What's Denise Richards going to be doing in the show?
Denise plays a publicist on the show. She plays this very.
Oh, I thought you were talking about pedophile.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
No, on pedophile. Oh, on pedophile.
Yeah.
Denise on pedophile will
I
actually
know what
be.
she's doing.
I
figured it out.
I
Are you
thought she was.
ready?
I thought she was going to be a native.
No.
She's not a native to the island.
That's
It's
awesome.
not bad. It's not bad. But here,
I think a native in a very skimpy little outfit.
Yes, of course.
it's good. It's solid. Oh, don't worry. We'll get her in something light. Don't
Okay.
worry. Now, here it
Two
is,
kids
though.
now,
Are you ready? She is an Eagle Scout that's accompanying the Scout troop with him, who looks like a nerdy guy as a foreign exchange student. We find out she's a woman.
Whoa.
We think she's a 17-year-old Norwegian boy for
Right.
for the first half of the movie.
She was a soccer player.
Certain point, find out she had to pose as a boy in order to make the trip, in order to
Right.
be an Eagle Scout, because they
Right.
don't let women become Eagle Scouts. We find that in the bathing
And
scene
then
at the lake.
Right, and then the
Pulls
Eagle
the
Scout hat
out.
comes off and the hair falls
comes down. Yes.
Right.
Yes, she had glasses too.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
Oh,
in.
then-
Let me.
Yes.
You know what? If maybe I'll get her on the phone.
Get
see
her
if-
on the horn.
See if she's into this.
This will break her water for sure.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
I'm here.
you're 18.
Yes,
Whoa.
I'm 18.
Not amused by
Tiffany?
pedophile.
No,
by the
not
way.
at all. You can tell. She's
Go
frustrated.
ahead.
Oh, well,
Here we
my
go.
fantasy is that, I don't know, I can't get turned on by any guys or girls, but I have sex with kitchen appliances.
Mm-hmm. Like Cuisinarts and things, or toasters?
Egg beaters.
Anything basically that could penetrate me.
Okay. I think that's all of the above.
You're not talking about like carving knives or anything, are you?
Oh, no, not that.
How
Okay.
dare you?
So, well, yeah, you know,
I'm way out of line.
you know what you don't
Way
want
out
to
of
use
line.
is one of those corn cob holders.
Yeah.
That, you know, they're shaped
little-
like
yeah, the
corn.
little fork things
yeah,
with the things on there.
that's right. I'll just tell you from personal experience, that is rough going in.
Now, what does it for you more? Something hard and like metal, or something more soft and like a sponge, or like one of the sponge that have the soap inside the stick of it?
Oh, nice.
Those are,
yeah. What do
are-
you use, Tiffany?
Basically, I've been using, like, kitchen utensils, like, that you, like, mix stuff up with, like, from the, like, you bake with, stuff like that.
can openers.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
She said
openers.
yes. She said yes.
Here's the thing. Can we ever get any good specific information out? Basically, and here's the thing. When you hear the sentence start with basically, be prepared to be let down.
Is this all BS?
Not
No.
necessarily.
Hey,
it's
guess
just
what-
when
guess
when
where
you
this comes from. Think about it.
when you say to somebody, look, I want specific details. Tell me what you use on yourself. Well, basically, might as well stop right there, because you're never going to get what you want out of it. Yes, things that you mix things up with.
But
Yeah.
I want
somebody may have.
give us a specific time and date.
Give it-
What was the last time and what did you use?
Right.
The last time was a wisp about 2 hours ago.
A whisk.
What's
All
a
right.
wisp? What's a
That's-
wisp?
Whisk.
That's
a whisk.
It's a
whisk.
whisk. It's the thing you use to make
Beat
like,
eggs
beat
with.
eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Wait, do you use it? You mean you insert it, or you just use it to like
Use
rub?
is the handle part.
No, actually insert it, twist it.
Here's the deal.
Oh,
Here's the deal. Now,
business end.
did somebody when you were very, very young do some weird insertions on you?
No.
Do you would you know that?
What's wrong with you? You sound horribly depressed.
No, I'm not depressed. That's just like that's what gets me off.
All right, I know.
Listen, you know, Adam. You know how people work. That's traumatizing stuff in childhood becomes what's sexual in
and then
young
they
adulthood.
keep going back to it. So let me just
Right.
try to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Where's your dad?
My dad's dead.
What happened?
He died in a car accident.
Oh, we got a little theme going tonight. How long ago did that happen?
3 years ago?
That's pretty traumatizing when you're 15, right?
Yes, it is.
Was he
What happened?
living? Was he living with you at the time?
Yeah, he lived with me and my mom.
So your parents were married,
Yeah.
and would you say happily married?
No, not at all.
What
All
was
right.
going
Was
on?
your dad abusive or an alcoholic?
He was an alcoholic, yes.
Okay.
All right. And did that contribute to the accident?
Yes, he was driving drunk.
Yeah.
All right. So now you have these horrible mixed feelings because there's a part of you that probably
No pun
wished
intended.
your dad was gone. Yes, many times when you're hearing these horrible arguments he's having with your mom through the paper thin doors
No,
of the
Dad
crappy
did something to her.
apartment.
Dad
What
did something
dad
to her.
do? What did dad do to you?
He didn't do anything.
Who
He
did?
never physically abused you?
No, who did then? If he
All right.
didn't, who did?
Who sexually
Something's
abused
going
you?
on because, well, I mean, it's a strange lineage, though. I mean, I get that there's something going on in the past, but to go from that to then,
Well, she's making us ring her like a bar. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, you've never had any sexual contact with a man or a woman?
I tried, but it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work at all.
How much do you weigh?
125.
All right. So please tell us who sexually abused you. Babysitter? Family member?
No, no one has.
Are you a virgin?
Yes.
Okay, and your dad never physically abused you?
No.
Is
Your
there
mom?
other chaos in the home right now?
No, I live by myself right now.
Oh, you do?
By yourself.
Yeah.
Why do you live by
how-
yourself?
I just like to be alone. Like,
Tiffany, there's some heavy stuff going on here.
Wait a minute. Hold on a
Do
second.
you use drugs at all?
Hold
Oh,
on a
okay,
second.
yeah,
Let's
okay.
try to break this down. Let's try to figure this
She's
out.
depressed.
She's definitely
Oh, yeah.
depressed. Her dad died.
Dax.
Her
Dax.
dad was. That's the voice of her dad. Take the blender out of your crotch. Okay. Her father died. Her dad was an alcoholic. No sexual abuse. No physical
Abusive
abuse. But it
parents
just
abusing
seems
each
like
other.
horrible abuse, at least between the parents at home. She moved out of there. Ooh.
18.
All right. What about mom? What was up with
Well,
mom?
something
All
good.
right. Tiffany, what about mom?
my mom, I don't really know her that much. She was gone working half of the time.
Do you have a
Half of the
relationship
time.
with her at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
And what do you
Do
do
you-
for work? What do you do for work?
I work at Pizza Hut.
All right.
Do you have
and
any
ask-
brothers and sisters?
2 brothers.
How are they?
They're kind of twisted in the head.
Hey, she doesn't use
Yeah.
a slicer
Okay.
at Pizza Hut, does she?
Yeah. All right.
So what happened with your brothers?
How dare you?
Well, they were molested when they were littler.
All right.
By
listen,
who?
You were molested. You don't remember it. I'm declaring this. I'm declaring that's what happened to you. Somebody did something weird to you. I virtually guarantee it. That's
Who
what this
molested
is.
your brothers?
My dad.
Oh, please.
All
Of course he got to you.
right.
Of course he got to you.
First off, hold on a second. I'm not a religious man. I'm normally an atheist, but thank you, God Almighty, that you put this guy in the ground. It is so awesome that your dad is dead. I feel that in my deepest hearts of hearts. Everyone does that thing where every life is sacred. No, you molest your 2 sons, you go out
And your
drinking and
daughter.
driving, you get put in the ground. Awesome. That's exactly the way the world should be. It would have been great if Hitler was killed with a pencil when he was 5 through the eye socket. It would have been awesome. Awesome.
Or if his dad who abused him had been killed.
Or at least after he'd molested him had been killed.
Right.
That's right. Here's the whole thing. All this stuff is great. So I'm glad your dad is dead. And Tiffany, we now know he did something to you. We thought he did something to you for the first what felt like 45 minutes of this phone call. We now know he did. Tiffany, you're a mess. You're depressed and you're a mess. Now, here's the deal. You are going to have a horrible life. horrible unless you help yourself. And you pouting around and shoving stuff up you is not going to fix anything. You are going to have to, A, not get pregnant. Please
ABC.
do not get pregnant. Yes, A, B, C, and D do not get pregnant. Also, I think you need, I know you don't have any money. I think you need to get in like a 12-step program. I think she needs to throw herself on Al-Anon.
Tiffany,
or Alateen.
are you using drugs at all?
No.
You don't do drugs at all?
No, I have in the past.
You have in the past?
Go to Alateen. How about that?
All right.
Go get some help, Tiffany. There's nothing wrong with you. You just got abused.
Okay.
Now you have to help yourself like everyone else who got abused and calls this show. Unfortunately, your mom's not there for you. Your dad, thank Christ, is in the ground. And now you're smart, you're independent, you're 18, you're an adult. It's time to take care of yourself.
And there's definitely people who are out there and willing to help you.
Absolutely.
You know, go to Al-Anon, go to Narcanon, go to wherever you want to go.
Go to Alateen. Just go somewhere and talk to a whole bunch of other people that have gone through exactly what you've gone through. Some worse, by the way. All right. Do we have to take a break? Where are we?
Yeah.
I think it's break time. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets. Name of his show. 9 p.m. UPN. Tuesday nights. Denise Richards also in that. Also, she plays the young Weebelo, who's going to be in Pedophile, starring Eric as well. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Calling from Pittsburgh tonight. Why? Because someone dropped a nickel.
Yeah.
Eric Balfour is our guest tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets is the name of his show. UPN, 9 o'clock, Tuesday nights. I'll give a little plug on my show, too. Too Late with Adam Carolla on Comedy Central. Every night at midnight. And got my TLC show coming up this Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Tuesday.
Oh, that starts at 10?
Nice.
Is that Tuesday, rather?
10 o'clock this Tuesday.
Hey,
all right.
speaking of that, wait.
They could watch my show than your show.
Ooh, perfect.
Ooh, perfect.
perfect.
I want to
And
meet
my show
you,
again. Yeah.
Adam, at the Rose Bowl
Yes.
on Saturday.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Can
going
we
to
set
see
that
the
up?
UCLA game. Yes, we can. But, Drew, you must drink a beer. Do you understand?
God, no.
You must drink a beer. Here's the deal.
Does non-alcoholic count?
I'm doing none of that L.A. crap. I'm doing the coin toss at the UCLA game on Saturday, and they're playing, I don't know, Oregon or
Oregon
something.
State, yeah.
No, I'll figure out who. They're Washington. So that'll be awesome. Drew lives right by there as well. Yes, we'll work that out, Drew. All right, let's take a phone call. Let's play a little Germany or Florida, shall we?
Before you do, again,
Yes.
last chance to get the iPod Nano when we play the song Twisted Transistor by Korn in our bumper music out of commercial. Be the first person to get through on Loveline and say iPod Nano to the screener. You'll win the Nano and a gift certificate from iTunes for 10 free downloads. You got to be 18 years of age or older. Almost made
We
it.
were about to clap for you.
Wow.
We had our hands up in the air, ready to clap.
You know what we were? We were like proud gay parents watching our son on the ice.
No,
And
he's
almost-
fantastic.
He'd
Look.
almost completed his
No,
routine.
he read it
we're-
and it was
We're
great.
about ready to stand up and applaud, and he hit the ice in the
No.
last 10 seconds.
No, it was perfect up until that last little ass plunge you did. No, I don't know.
William?
Yeah, hello?
Yep, 22.
Hello, William. How are you?
Little Germany or Florida?
Yeah, I got
What's
a
up?
Germany, Florida. It's, should I read now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A family admiring the view from a fairground Ferris wheel at the local fair got more than they bargained for when a porn shoot suddenly began inside their cabin, authorities said on Friday. Having
What?
settled down to an... I'm sorry?
I didn't hear that. A what?
They were admiring the view from a Ferris wheel?
Yes, at the local fair, and they got
And a
more than they bargained for when
a
a porn shoot suddenly
A what?
began inside their cabin.
Porn, Drew.
Porn,
It's
pornography.
it's when adults have sex and they film it.
A porn shoot. I see it. They were shooting pornography. Guys.
That's what they call it, yeah, in the industry, Drew.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, it goes on to say, having settled
Max.
Yes, go ahead.
Having settled down to enjoy a leisurely spin on the wheel, the fair patrons were quite unprepared for the arrival of two men toting cameras and a woman who started to use a vibrator.
They were toting the woman as well?
Well, it said they were toting the cameras, but I suppose...
All right,
okay.
Germany,
All right,
whatever. Germany.
Hold on a second. Now, he said cabin.
I know.
On the
That doesn't
Ferris
exist.
wheel.
Yes, right.
You mean one of those big ones like they have in England where,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
multiple people climb into
Like
the
they
thing?
don't have in Florida.
Like they don't have in Florida. Yeah. So if it's a Ferris wheel and there was a cabin in the Ferris wheel, it must have taken place in Germany.
And
Yeah.
if they had something
more
that
of a
was
cottage.
enclosed, they wouldn't
Yeah.
call it a cabin in Florida.
It'd be a cottage.
Yeah, I thought they were watching a cabin from the top of the Ferris wheel.
That's what I thought at first, too.
All right. So, William, this took place in on the Ferris wheel, this porn movie.
It seems to be, yeah. They the
Okay.
people
We're all going Germany. We're going Germany.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
Germany.
It was Germany.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you. That was weak.
But I must say there are some at
No, please.
There
Do
are no
not
cabins
insult us.
in Germany.
They don't call Ferris wheel seats cabins in the United States.
Yeah.
They're ass holders. All right, let's take a little break. Eric Balfour here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets, UPN, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. Denise Richards also in there. Don't forget, I discovered her. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. He's in Pittsburgh. Well, you know why. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets on UPN Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. Denise Richards in that as well. Premiered, just yesterday. Or day before yesterday.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Super hottie.
Yeah.
Denise Richards, super hottie.
Yeah, she is. She really is. Really, she got all. Seems nice, too.
She's the sweetest girl.
Never
so
met her.
cool. Yeah, you come down to the set and meet her.
Really?
You know.
Uh-oh.
sure,
No, Eric, please.
What? Am I
be a
am I
scene.
causing problems?
I discovered
no,
her.
no, no.
I discovered her.
He
you
has
know.
a right. He discovered her. She would be. I think she would be honored to finally.
Yeah, but he may make claims to that right.
That's
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
She,
Oh,
you know, she's a Midwesterner. She's polite that way.
Where's she from?
The Midwest.
Wait, no, where?
Look it up. Where's Denise Richards from?
I'm going to find out
I
what she
don't,
does. Oh, by the way, that movie we were talking about with Ray Liotta about an hour ago is called No Escape, 1994, an island movie. Prisoners on an island.
Yes.
I like when they do those radical things, but it's not too far in the future. It's like the year's 2019. New York City's been turned into a maximum security prison.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
really? You think in the next 7 or 8 years that's going to happen?
And cars are flying already.
right.
Finally.
Right.
They
Finally.
haven't figured. Yeah, they haven't figured out pollution, but cars are flying.
Yeah. I would really like to go back and take a look at so many of those movies that were made in the 70s where it did that things like the year 1989. Man has colonized Mars. You know, it's
Well,
like, what?
Well, when was like Escape from New York supposed to be?
That would have been like 2004, 2011, or something like
that's
that.
like
yeah.
around the corner.
Well, here's the whole thing. Drew and I always discuss is when you were making movies in the 70s and the 80s, the year 2000 didn't seem like 12 years away. It seemed like 2012 years
Right,
away.
yeah.
That was the whole thing. Like, you're making a movie in 1989, and you're like, the year is 2002. Men and women have become one to create an androgynous form. It's like, hello, that's 13 years from now.
Well, I mean, come on. The movie was called 2001: Space
Right.
Odyssey.
The other thing, though, is there was a profound narcissism back then where no one was ever going to get old. Time was never going to pass. And if time did pass, it would be into this glorious, bizarre future.
Yeah.
Cocaine was a great drug, huh?
Yeah. Logan's Run probably was supposed to have taken place in 1989 or
Right.
something.
Soylent
All right.
Green.
Right
All
after
right.
Bobby Brown went solo.
Soylent Green. All right, let's talk to Megan, who's 17. Megan,
Hi.
Hi, Megan.
what's up, baby doll?
About a year and a half ago, I was raped and nobody believed me and all my best friends turned on me and stuff. And now I kind of want it to happen again, but to be able to have proof of it so everybody can act like they actually
What-
care.
Yeah, will you use
That's
your,
because
use your
you-
camera phone this time?
That's because you were invalidated, sweetheart.
Something happened. But here's that part I never get, which I always think is BS. You know, I was raped. No one believes me. All my friends turned on me. How
Why?
does that
What's in it
work?
for them?
You,
Yeah,
you
what's in it
say
for
to your
them?
friends, I think I was raped, and like, liar, forget you. And they leave? Is
Well,
that how it works?
That's pretty much what happened.
No, that's how you feel every time
Right.
you are in contact with somebody. That's not how it happened.
what happened. Right.
Well,
Impossible.
Actually, to me, they acted like, oh, we love you and we'll go to the cops with you. But then they told my boyfriend at the time that they were there, supposedly, and they knew I was lying and that I just cheated on him.
Well,
And
tell us the story.
They told
Tell us the
everybody
story.
that. Me and a couple of my friends were out kind of in the country, and I needed a ride home. And this guy said that he would give me a ride, or his friend would give me a ride, and so we
Who
went.
were
to
these
his-
guys?
Huh?
Who were these guys?
Some of my boyfriend's friends and my best friend's boyfriend's friends. Like, I didn't
Alright.
really know him that well, but
What were you doing out in the country with these guys?
partying.
Well,
Right, so-
hold on.
so
Why were you
here-
partying with a bunch of guys you didn't know very well?
I
And
was with my best friend, and it was at her boyfriend's house.
Let me put it all together here. Indeed, she was raped, but she was sexually abused growing up. And Adam, you know how victims behave when they are. They lay themselves out there for victimizers, put themselves in situations where it doesn't. It seems like they're encouraging the victimization, but they become great victims. So I would predict
Megan,
that in this situation.
Yes.
It's a condition of apathy. When you're in an apathetic state and you're feeling like you're constantly in effect of everything else going on around you, you allow that.
Well, no,
what
they
happened?
actually seek it out. They actually first that there were signs on them that says victimize
Almost-
me, and victimizers can sense it.
well,
almost like
hold
a
on.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes, but let's
It's a
not jump
compulsion,
the gun
yeah.
just yet. Make sure. Were you abused in the past?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is. This is, by the way, my sort of Kobe Bryant theory, which is, okay, let's just go over the beats, just so everyone can understand it and doesn't think we're just being cruel or piling on. When you get sexually abused when you're younger, as a woman, guys do their own thing. They just become predators later, or they go gay, to one or the other. Not usually both, but anyway. Women then end up getting victimized again and again and again. Now they put themselves in dangerous situations with people who
They're
are
attracted
capable of
to it.
this.
Yes,
they're
they're
attracted
attracted
to it in like a moth to the flame. Not that the
Right.
flame is good for the moth, but
Right,
still
right.
yet a powerful attraction. Usually you start scratching beneath the surface, and it's like, well, what do you mean you were raped in the middle of a party? Well, we were in it. Well, why didn't you just yell for help or kick the guy off you? I froze. I told him to stop. He wouldn't
Which is,
stop.
in fact, the case. That people who have been sexually abused as children get what's called a freeze response. It's a
Right.
death feigning behavior, primitive death feigning behavior that now becomes sort of ingrained in them. So when they're in these situations, they do freeze.
Well,
Right.
it's a re-stimulation of an earlier past event.
Yes, it is. And so what ends up happening is the guy, in the guy's mind, he didn't rape anybody. He got drunk with some chick and they went at it. In her mind, every physical contact goes down is rape. Some of it is rape, some of it isn't rape, and then some of it is just that weird gray area.
We're not in any way trying to invalidate what.
No,
you're
she was
saying happened
raped.
to
She
you.
was raped, but
Right.
also then she feels victimized by her friends, victimized by her parents. Everyone's victimizing her all the time. That's
Right.
the feeling.
All right.
Have you done anything to try to kind of take responsibility for what you're going to do to help yourself now?
Not really. It
Right.
doesn't seem like anything would ever be able to help.
Who sexually abused you when you were growing up?
My best friend's dad,
How old were you?
5 or 6.
Did he ever go to prison?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he ever actually went to jail. I know he was on America's Most Wanted, though.
Oh, my God.
Awesome.
And then he took off. But I don't really know.
I'm worried now about your parents for letting you go to that house.
Yeah, what about
what's
your parents?
Megan?
They he did it to my friend and her sister and all of her sister's friends, and I guess tapes were found of him doing it to the other girls, the
Oh,
older ones.
my God.
But my parents never believed that it happened to me.
Meanwhile,
Well,
this
yeah.
guy's doing yard work at
All right,
Drew's house right
yeah,
now.
I know.
Megan-
Oh.
Megan, the reason your parents don't want to believe
Facts.
that it happened is because it's hard for them to know that they couldn't.
No,
protect you
no.
or
The
help you.
reason is, here's the reason. I'm gonna play Karnak again and fill the rest of this in. Her mom was sexually abused, and the fact that she let her child go into that situation and that happened to her daughter's too overwhelming to
Right.
go near.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Megan?
I don't know.
What about, do you see your grandparents?
No, my grandpa's in jail. My other ones are dead.
for sexually abusing the mom.
What's Grandpa in jail for?
I think something. I knew it had something to do with 2 girls. Like,
You see?
Right.
Ooh,
I think he
Drew.
kidnapped some girls.
Thank you.
And Megan, you know, there's
Kidnap some girl. Oh, my God.
Megan, there's definitely people out there who can help you, and you can definitely, you know, do something to help yourself with this situation.
All right.
It's not hopeless.
But put it in context, though, Megan. Your mom can't acknowledge this. She's incapable of it. It's too overwhelming for her. You're not going to be able to look to your parents to get what you need about this.
Well,
in terms of
God
getting,
knows
but the other
what
thing,
her dad is.
right? All right, of course. And then the other thing is your friends. They're 19 or whatever. There's no way they can understand what's going on here. You can't expect them to put this in a context either. Get professional help, Megan. It's the only thing you can do for yourself right now.
Okay.
All right, Megan,
Okay.
get help and do not get pregnant. Do you understand me?
I have a 3-month-old baby right now.
Ah!
Please put it in that wicker basket and throw it in the Nile. Would you please?
He'll be the king of
Please.
Egypt in no time. He will.
Is it a boy?
Yeah,
Is it a boy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Megan, don't pass on what happened to you to that kid.
Oh.
Go get some help. Get better somehow. There's people who can help you.
How about you give the kid up for adoption? Just
Too late.
Let somebody. 3 months.
You
let somebody sane raise the kid. Huh?
The guy I'm with, we're in love, and we
Yeah.
want to keep him.
Dax.
Oh,
Are you
Dax.
able to take care of this child?
Get
Yeah.
that Cub Scout
Financially?
handbook
I've
out.
been really good so far, I think.
We need the Cub Scout handbook. We
All
do.
right.
I've
And
quit
Nick-
all my drugs, and
Okay.
12
awesome.
step?
And the
12
kid.
step?
The kid's 3 months old.
yeah.
Okay. Let me just go on a minor jag here. If I want to put a addition on top of my garage, I have to go down to City Hall and suck off every single guy who has a dork. And when I'm done topping off with semen, then I can pull out my checkbook and write a check for about $5,000. And then if they grace me with their appearance 3 months later, a guy with a tape measure on his belt is going to come by every other day and tell me every goddamn thing I can do at my own house before, he's going to tell me whether the foundation's ready to go. He's going to tell me when I can put the stucco paper on it. He's going to tell me how the scratch coat's going. He's going to tell me how the brown coat's going. I'm going to have to wait for him before I put the drywall mud on because he has to inspect the nailing on the drywall. That takes permits, that takes work, that takes money, and not just anybody can just go around and start building on their house willy-nilly. Right. But if you're 17 and you're a victim of abuse and you're hooked on drugs and you have an a-hole abusive boyfriend, you can crap out a kid and hey, you know what? Do your best raising them. And don't worry, society will jump in and pick up the tab later on when the kid goes AWOL.
Would you ever have thought that Keanu Reeves would have had one of the most prolific statements of all time from that movie Parenthood? Remember? Any a-hole can get a fishing, you have to get a license to go fishing, a license to drive a bus, but any a-hole can have a kid.
Right.
Never thought it would have come out of Keanu Reeves.
Well, he didn't write it, so
No,
I
that's
figured
true.
it might come out of him.
Right. But
Thank
no,
God he didn't sing it. Yeah.
It's,
It is so goddamn pathetic that people like Megan, and here's the scary part, too, has a son.
Right.
Now, the
Who
problem
just
is
turned out to be
if he has a daughter, well, that's just one more stripper
Victim.
at the bachelor
Right,
party.
it's one more
That's fine.
victim.
It's one more victim. But the son, he can do damage.
You can be a predator. Now, is it true? Drew might actually know this better than
Keanu?
any of us. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But is it true that every woman who is pregnant, if she gave up that child for adoption before it was born, it would be adopted into a family? Is that true that every child in America?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I
There's
heard
such
that.
demand.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I heard that statement and that sounded,
Yeah.
that sounded pretty incredible to me. So you're saying every mother who was pregnant and says, when the baby's born, I'm going to give it up for adoption, every one of those children finds a home?
So, listen, people are going by the hundreds of thousands to China because there aren't enough here.
Wow. There
Yeah.
you go. Come on, everybody.
And here's
them up.
Here's the thing, too. And you mean everyone who's currently pregnant now, or just everyone who was thinking about
Everyone who
giving
was
up for
thinking about it.
adoption?
Every
Yeah,
woman who says, I'm going to give up my baby for adoption,
especially
that baby
Whitey.
finds
You
a
got a
home.
white kid, pow, he goes in the first round.
Even if
you
it's
know.
got like one of the little short legs and has to wear the special
Whatever.
shoe?
No problem.
All right.
No problem. White kid, he goes in the first round. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, she could give this kid up and go in seconds, even at 3 months. Who cares? And also, Here's the deal. At 17, not allowed to buy liquor, not allowed to vote, not allowed to enlist in the armed services. You're 17. You're a minor. You understand?
Drew, all of those so far sound like attributes for that child.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if she drank and joined the service.
I mean, so far she's doing all right if she can't drink or join the army. Or
point is there's a whole bunch of stuff you cannot do because you're not an adult yet, but you can rear a child. You can raise a kid. That's not abuse.
Welcome to the Bush League.
Oh, my God. No child left behind. What the F does that even mean? These retarded platitudes that these pussy politicians crap out. They mean nothing. Nobody says anything. You want to cure whatever ails this society? Let's get the Megans of the world on Norplant. Let's find them. Let's get to them. Let's put something in their arm, and let's not let them get pregnant because they're unhealthy. They're unfit.
Well,
they can't raise a healthy child because they're not healthy. Please. You know what, Drew? Here's the deal. When you're on Accutane, they put you on birth control.
They make a big deal out of it.
They make a huge deal out of it. Why?
Right.
Because if you're on Accutane and you get pregnant, you will give birth to a defective child.
Right.
If you were molested and ritualistically abused your whole life, you are going to give birth to a defective child. Believe you me.
Yeah. If you haven't gotten help, you're
going
dealt with it,
you're going to find a victimizing partner to defectify your child.
Right. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody gets the correlation. Nobody has done this math. And as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't politicians be focusing on this? Why do we just focus on the aftermath? Oh, we'll build more prisons. Oh, we'll have more detox centers. Oh, we'll have more of this. We'll build more of that. We'll have more services.
I don't know any of them were saying we'll build more detox centers.
Well, what I mean is more prisons, more money allocated for these people that are of need, more money for services and job training, more whatever. We need money to correct the problems that affect society, but not the steady supply of people who need it.
Right. Well, it's never an issue of fixing the problem before it happens. It's always a question of damage control.
Right. That's all it is. Let's wait till the levee breaks, and then we'll come in.
Exactly.
Let's not fortify the levee before the storm hits.
But only after my massage and golf run and birthday party.
You damn fat cats. Let me tell you something. When I'm in charge, I'm going to send a message to the fat cats in Washington.
Dude, let's get Warren Beatty to run for governor. Let's get Warren Beatty in then we'll get him in the office.
It's going to be awesome.
Dude, he'll be,
when
up
he's
there
not
smoking blunts.
He's not banging a 14-year-old. He is going to be awesome. Awesome. Yeah, here's my plan. I want to grow huge facial hair. I want a guy with huge beard, and
Burnside.
Burnside, General Burnside. All I'm going to do is every time I do a speech, I'm just going to yell. I'm going to send a fat cat. I'm going to send a message to the fat cats in Washington. Everyone's just going to cheer, and that'll be it. That I'll never tell anyone what I'm going to do other than send a message to these people. And I spin it this way too. A vote for me is a message sent to the fat cats in Washington that we're not going to take it anymore, and everyone just erupts. Huge beard. No one even knows I'm
needs an enema.
No one knows if I'm Republican or Democrat. They don't know where I'm from. Odie?
ODB?
29?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, boy. How do you say your name?
Oh, my name's OT.
OT.
Yes. I have a question, and I've never been sexually abused or anything like that.
Wow.
But we've been together for 12 years, and when I blow him, and I love to do it every freaking night.
Oh, boy.
Every night?
You're a good American.
Love it.
Wow.
I love to swallow his stuff.
All right.
All right.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's two men sitting in a room alone together. This really isn't doing it for us. But go on.
Okay. After I do it, he doesn't want to kiss me. Is there a problem with me or him?
Really? You're 29 years of age. This is really your question?
Yes. I've been
He just
wondering
doesn't-
what the hell is going on, because,
He doesn't want his own sperm coming back in his mouth. It's as simple as that. Go have a little cup of mouthwash next to the bed. Rinse your mouth out, and you'll be just fine. Ask him if that's okay. It'll solve all your
here's the
problems.
thing. No one wants to kiss after they ejaculate.
What's the big deal?
Why?
You think
We're
I'm gonna have
done.
a
That's why.
toothbrush next to the...
All right, listen. Oh, my God. Odie.
It seems so
Odie
simple.
Sounds.
I feel like I've been dropped out of the sky into some foreign land.
Doesn't Odie sound like almost like if an animal could talk?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
this is what it would sound like.
Yes.
How come when I wipe my ass with my own hand, nobody will shake it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Explain this to me, brother.
Odie, I really feel like if my dog could talk before, a huge laundry list of, things that you didn't want me to do anymore. At top of the list would be masturbating in front of it. But it would sound like Odie.
Kiss me. I know I don't lick my own ass, but will you kiss me, please? Please kiss me.
Ot.
Oh, my God. You guys are weird.
Yeah.
I know.
What do you do?
We're the weird ones.
What do you do for a living?
I own my own business,
All right. What kind of business is
a
that?
restaurant.
Really?
And, that's what I was talking about. You guys talk about so much rape and this and that.
You don't want you want to have a little fun.
No,
Yeah.
I
Thank
thought
you.
this was a love and sex thing.
Well,
No, that's the name of my show.
Yeah.
Name of my show is Sex, Love, and Secrets.
No,
I'm a rapist.
True, please. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock UPN. I'm guessing.
Oh, team, thank you for that. Was a perfect segue.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you serve French cuisine at your
No,
restaurant.
you're wrong.
Oh my!
Wait, I'm going to take a crack at this.
I can't believe it's
No,
not
you're
French
wrong,
fare.
You're wrong,
Is
you're
it
wrong.
Argentinian?
Wrong,
Argentinian?
Wrong.
Kosher.
Yeah, kosher, Jewish, a deli, kosher
You're
meat.
fat.
Those turkey hot dogs from the kosher delis are awesome.
A tongue sandwich to die for.
Yeah, you wish. Bye.
Korean barbecue.
Bye.
Hold on. Oh,
Wow. She hung up on us.
Odie sounded like a delight, didn't she?
Oh, could you imagine?
Sweet.
While she's still got it in her mouth, she's going, kiss me. No, taste it. Don't you want to taste it?
Well, okay. Let's see if we can break.
Have you ever
this
had a
down.
girl do that to you? I had one try once. I had one. She had it, and she I was on
Oh,
my
my
back, and she
God.
tried to put it in my mouth.
Oh my
I
God.
couldn't believe it.
No.
I don't remember her name anymore because I blocked her out.
You know,
Smart.
that's aggressive, angry. Like I'll show
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, she thought it was so funny. I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? It's gonna be really funny when I
When I
Yeah.
puke
put on
on
your
you.
toothbrush.
The other thing too is it's not that we don't want to kiss you because there's some of our seed in your mouth. Although
No,
that's
that's
part
exactly
of it.
why.
No, that's part of it. The other part is I don't like smooching after the orgasm. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done
Dax,
with the smooching part.
Dax, beware the female who tries to pass you your own seed.
Okay, we got to take a break, but let's break Odie down for just 1 second.
No, it's a waste of time.
Not sexually abused, but sort of angry that we're talking about it, and angry in general.
I would go so far as to say she's probably a violent masturbator.
Physically abused.
She was physically abused,
Yeah,
right, Drew?
Yeah.
And
yes,
she was
definitely.
angry, and she needs her man's seed every night. Something, Drew?
It's a form of addiction.
yeah.
It's almost like vampirism, but
Yeah.
semenism.
Well, it's called
Succubus.
It's
Yes.
called oral aggression. It's oral aggressive.
Please find me one of them. Let's take ourselves
She's like
a
she
little
like
break.
beats the back of her throat with it, and her tonsils are raw.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric
This thing
Balfour
on?
here
Are we
tonight.
on the air
yeah,
still?
yeah. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, Loveline, everybody. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Eric Balfour's here tonight. He's got himself a little show on UPN. Well, sorry. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, Sex, Love, and Secrets. We have a phone call to take. Dr. Drew is in Pittsburgh tonight. Also, I think that may have been our iPod song.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes,
We'll find out who
That
wins.
sounded like a corn song.
Well, Drew's a ravenous Corn fan.
I didn't
Love
hear.
that
I,
corn.
I didn't hear Jonathan Davies' voice, so I don't know for sure. But it sure sounded like corn.
I think I heard a bagpipe. Here's why the bagpipes are a great instrument to play. Nobody knows if you're playing it badly. You
Yes,
know
it's
what I
true.
mean? Like if you're playing,
and it's not an accordion.
if you play the piano or you play the violin, people know immediately when you suck. But if you play the bagpipes, no one really knows
No.
if you suck, and everyone's scared to say anything.
Right, and it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Bagpipes always make you feel like ready to rival up and,
Yeah,
fight.
rise up and fight with Mel Gibson.
Rebel.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. Franklin is 18. He's been on hold for
going on?
70 minutes.
What's going on, Franklin? Way to stick it in there.
Not much. It's so cool to finally talk to you guys. I listen to you all the time.
Thanks. What's up?
Well, for the past 2 weeks, or about a week or so, maybe two, but every time I masturbate or something and I come into orgasm, it feels like nothing is really going on at all, but I still ejaculate, and there can be tons, there can be little, but I don't get the intensity, I don't get anything really like it's an orgasm at all.
Are you on medication?
No, and that's kind of, I have been on antidepressants before, and that totally sucked. It made me depressed because I couldn't get off. But
when were you last on them?
I'm not on any medications right now.
When were you last on them?
Like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
When did this problem start?
About a week and a half or 2 weeks ago is when I noticed. So I don't think it started before then.
How often are you ejaculating?
Maybe it's been a while between each session because I've been moving or pretty stressed out with work.
Moving? You're 18.
Yeah.
Moving? I could have my foot caught in a bear trap when I was 18 and still squeezed, average 3 a day. Low on
Yeah,
fluids.
that is weird because I was going to say, my first thinking was, well, maybe you're just doing it too much and you're bored, but if you're not doing it that often.
How long's it been, seriously?
Well, I mean, I tried again last night, and that was the last time, but before then it was probably like 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah, lifetime.
You'd think you'd have some major
lifetime
build-up by that point.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
that's
deal.
What I'm saying is when I do, it doesn't feel, sometimes when you wait, it feels great. You get a huge orgasm, huge load, all
That's
that good
good.
stuff. But this time,
I'm comfortable talking about this with you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for making us picture that. All right.
It's the third time I wanted to vomit tonight.
All right, so what about
Sorry
it,
about
Drew?
that,
What
bro.
does he do?
I feel for you.
What's the answer, Drew?
here's the deal. It may just be that he has been depressed and very anxious, and his sex drive is down. Testosterone circulating levels can drop, and some guys can be very sensitive to this. It may also be that you're getting some illness or something. I mean, if this goes on in a couple of weeks, I would definitely see a medical doctor just to make sure. I mean, if you get hypothyroidism or something, not even anything very, very serious, but it could affect this kind of thing.
I had to give a sperm sample.
Another
over
one?
the weekend. No, same one. Sunday. Sperm sample on Sunday, by the way, which is, my people's
It's sperm
Sabbath,
sample
so,
Sunday?
Sperm sample Sunday. But there's this part.
It's like a potluck.
There's this part where you have to check off in the box, like, last time you ejaculated. And I was like, so I thought, Christ, I must have beat off last night or the night before. So I wrote a week. I physically wrote week in there because I had no idea. And then when I pulled into the nurse's station, she was like, it says a week. Is that 7 days? And I'm like, yeah, why? Yeah, why? What is this, some kind of interrogation? What is this, Abu Ghraib over here? What's going on? Well, I'm trying to get my wife pregnant. Is that a crime? Maybe I protested too much.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And by the way, when I say a week, I don't count the 8 minutes ago when I was beating off in the broom closet over there, hearing you goddamn chatty Cathys talk about what's going on over the weekend and, Desperate Housewives, for the love of Christ. Jesus Christ, could there be some decorum at these places? I've done this 2 times now, and each time I've heard these fat nurses just in the nursing station, it just sounds like this. He did not say that. He did? Oh, my God. Judy, Shelley, come here. Shelley, did you? I'm like, come on. Shelley, did you? Judy said, no, she said it. Come here, would you please come here? He doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know what he's got. I'll tell you, he will. He will when he loses it. I'll tell you that. He won't know. But no, you have to send him out. I'm like, could you see? Shut up for 10 seconds so I can beat off.
Poor Adam's brain's going, shut up.
Oh my God! It was as if I raped myself. It was that unsatisfying. And the thing about these places, these fertility places, they weren't built to be fertility places. They could have been a dentist office or an architect's office. They just decide it's not like a sound studio or something. It's like, here's the J room right over here. Well, the J room is 2 feet from the nurse's station. It's got a hollow core door, and it's been undercut 4 inches because they had shag in there.
So
before,
every time you look down, you see a shadow of someone walking by.
Right. It's like, oh, you hear people. Why am I end up talking and yapping? And where's that? And then once in a while, your name will pop. Is he in there? Oh, okay. What? Oh, okay. So when do you expect? Oh, okay. You added 10 minutes. You want to go for 20? You want to keep talking, baby? Keep talking.
How is the selection of material?
Well, I'll tell you about the porn. First off, there's nothing but chicks that work there. They should really be staffed with like 18-year-old dudes. Hey, buddy, have at it. I'm going next. Why are you trying to get your old lady? No, I'm just on my break.
Right. So you're saying there's definitely no girl on girl stuff.
There's a pile of porn, but the thing is you have to keep a stiff upper lip because they're like, would you like to see some? And you're like, no, I got it. It's, you know what it's like? It's like when you fall down and you trip in the supermarket and some guy's like, hey, you need some help?
No,
I'm
good.
I'm good.
I know my kidney's bleeding, but I'm okay.
You
got
a rib poking out. And you're like, you're so humiliated that you're going to get adrenaline. It's going to get you back on your feet. No, my rib pokes out like this
all the time. I do this.
That's how I keep it. Yeah,
just for relief. Sometimes you let my lungs expand. I'm fine. No.
So I'm like, no. I don't need any porn. And there's a weird little sofa there with like a sheet on it and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, well, thank God I've trained myself to go standing up.
That must be a pleasant doorknob to turn.
Oh, my God, I use my shirt. So here's the funny thing. So I thought, look, I told her I didn't want any porn, but I might as well take a quick look and see what they got in the cupboard, as long as I'm here.
Sure.
And there's another aspect of it is I would like this brought into almost every professional setting, like the dentist office, the hairdresser, the optometrist. Would you like to see some porn? Thank you. Yes, I would like to see some porn.
I could go.
It wouldn't offend me.
It would pass the time.
If I was at the Jiffy Lube and I was waiting 20 minutes with the car, and the guys would like some porn, Mr. Carolla?
Except for if Raphael, the store manager's watching it with you.
Right. So I opened the cupboard to see what porn selection they have, and they got everything. We got weird, like, sort of softcore stuff, and they got some hardcore stuff. But then I come across the movie Pretty Woman, and I think, wow. Well, maybe a guy's a big Julia Roberts fan, or maybe you got some guy who's like a born-again Christian,
right,
who's in here who doesn't want to look at pornography but still needs to get going. Then I come across the movie Jerry Maguire. And now I'm messed up because I'm thinking, what the hell is going on with this Jerry Maguire? Why is it with the porn? Is somebody beating off to Jerry Maguire, or it's just they just keep all the movies in here? And what else is going on that they need Jerry Maguire in here? And I don't like it mixed with my porn.
I understand, and I'm sure there probably are some homosexual men who come in and, Cuba Gooding in those football uniforms might.
But imagine what they...
Or Richard Gere in the bathtub when she's, like, massaging his nipples.
And he had that... Woman.
And remember he had those weird, like, he didn't really have hair on his chest, but he had the weird hairs around his nipples.
Small areolas.
Those freaked me out, man.
Tiny areolas.
I remember when I was a kid when the movie came out.
And pins.
Yeah. I was terrified as a kid that one day I'd have, like, weird little hairy nipples growing up.
I know. But look at you. You're beautiful and strapping.
Thank you.
So I took care of my business minus the porn.
Right.
And then afterward, I opened it to take a second look. And then I felt like I was bitten by my own snake because I saw busty natural Euro babes. And I was like, whoa, I could have used that. I should have just stole it.
Dropped the ball on that one.
I should have stole the porn.
What does it take to steal porn from a fertility clinic? Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
Look, I'm just saying, this is what you guys get. This is what you get.
He's on Pedophile Island.
This is what you get for yapping it up in the nursing station while I'm trying to take care of business. Keep talking, honey. I'll be here all day.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm going to come out in 45 minutes. Are you done? No, I need some Gatorade. You guys want to keep talking?
Yeah, and I'm taking your busty blondes from Europe video just for talking.
Keep talking. All right, we'll take a little break. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets. Name of his show, Tuesday nights, UPN, 9 o'clock. Drew out in Pittsburgh, PA. And we'll be right back after this. Adam. That's Dr. Drew in Pittsburgh, PA tonight. Was it 3 hours difference over there, Drew?
3 hours later, yeah. It's been a long day. Hey, you're going to come by our house before you go to the game on Saturday.
Yes. I'm going to be in a limo, Drew. I'm not sure if we can make it up that
Pick me up. Come on.
Pick you up.
Come on by. Come on.
It's like Ferris Bueller.
Drew, I will.
If you're not over here in 15 minutes, you can find yourself a new best friend.
I will pick you up before I go to the UCLA game. But here's the deal: you may be walking home because we're going to watch the game. We're going to drink some beers. You know, we might hook up with some co-eds or something. You know what I mean? Party in the limo. All right, Drew. I'll pick you up, but you're in, buddy.
All right,
you're in.
Well, I got to bring the boys with me.
You mean your scrotum? What do you mean the boys?
So it's going to be the co-eds, the alcohol, and your kids.
Oh, no. 12-year-olds.
No.
Yeah,
we're going to be shooting.
Right, we'll drive
heroin
behind you.
in
We'll
that-
drive behind you. We'll drive behind
Yes. That limo is going to be like Cheech and Chong's van. You understand?
Yes.
You
Yes, I
didn't
can
want the
imagine
kids
it.
in
Smoke
there.
billowing out of the sides.
Yes. Eric Balfour is here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets is the name of his show. Tuesday nights, 9 p.m., UPN. All right, so where are we? Oh, we have the winner of the iPod Nano. That's Trent, 22, and I'm guessing his last name isn't Burbank, but I bet he's from Burbank.
Yes.
Yeah, he's our Nano winner for tonight.
I hope everyone's okay there with the fires and everything.
What? There are fires tonight? What happened?
There's
Drew.
fires in Chatsworth that are taking over the valley, and then another one came up in Burbank,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Las
I live
Virgenes
kind of-
Canyons. The whole city is covered in smoke.
I didn't want to tell you, but I saw it on the news. Your house is on fire.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I saw your wife and your family in the pool with all your belongings. It was. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to ruin your night.
I'm going to
I know
the
you're a
airport.
professional.
The dog made it, though.
I swear to you, Drew, out here in Southern Cal, it was 107 degrees
Oh,
today.
no.
It is 90 degrees tonight,
And raining ash.
The entire place smells like smoke.
Oh, God.
And it's raining.
Is
It's been raining
is
ash
it
everywhere.
Santa Ana, is it windy?
It's not that windy, but it was well over 100 everywhere in the Southern California area. I mean, in the city, in the valley, it was over 100, and it's smoke everywhere.
Well, you've been putting spells on Burbank for some time. Don't you feel bad now?
Well, I just wanted them to stop writing chicken-ass jaywalking tickets over there. I didn't want the entire city to burn down. But I think it's just the the foothills and all that. But
Burbank's the only town you can get pulled over for not having mud flaps on your car. I speak from experience.
Oh, my
really?
God.
Oh, my God. I couldn't believe it. The guy wrote me a ticket for not having mud flaps on my truck.
One day, I am going to assemble a huge group. They do this on like 20/20 and 48 hours every once in a while. You find out the people that were victims of this guy, of
Right.
this pedophile, this serial rapist or whatever. But nobody knows
Right.
that everyone was being victimized. One day, I will get together the victims of the Burbank PD. And there will not be people that were beaten by the Burbank PD or, falsely accused of anything. It'll be people that have gotten chicken-ass tickets.
Yeah.
There'll be some guy, and his voice, he's too ashamed to speak of it, so we've altered his voice, and we put sunglasses on him. He's going to talk about the time he got a jaywalking ticket.
I was going 27 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone.
That's right.
And he arrested me and impounded my vehicle.
That's right. I had no front license plate, and I was cuffed.
Who has a front license plate anymore?
Well,
they write me that ticket now,
that's
and I
the one
laugh at him.
That's the one I
laugh
got
at
most
him.
recently. I had a buddy who got a jaywalking ticket in Burbank on a side street, crossing on a side street. I got a jaywalking ticket in Burbank, crossing at a crosswalk on a light that was green, that was going my way. The guy said it was flashing when I was walking across it.
And can you imagine the people who are living paycheck to paycheck and getting these tickets?
Oh, my God.
I mean, God bless that you and I can, we flip them off and laugh. But
Yes.
there are people out there going, no. If I get this, I don't feed my children tonight.
Yes. Burbank, I am telling you, Burbank needs a huge bronze monument of a Burbank citizen just bent over, spreading its cheeks. and a traffic cop just cornholing the bejesus out of them.
Animal
that
Patrol
should be right in front of the airport because that's what happens in Burbank, or as I like to call it, Rape Bank. I've changed the name of it. No mud flaps. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
a nice twist because I've heard all the chicken-ass jaywalking ones, and I've heard the illegal tint ones, and I've heard the no front license plate ones, but the mud flap
No
ones,
mud flaps.
awesome.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
No mud flaps on his car. And then, I'm sure you weren't driving a dune buggy either.
No, I was 16 years old and I was driving a Ford Bronco 2 that had it had like a 4 or 5 inch lift on it.
You put a little lift on it, put some all-terrain tires on it.
And they were like, no.
Awesome.
You could kill somebody.
Yeah, sure.
Mud could fly out of the back. And
Sure. Well,
mud could fly in someone's eye and they could die.
We've all lost somebody to that.
We've all lost somebody to jaywalking on a side street or getting hit by some mud off a 16-year-old Bronco.
Drew's dead. He was killed by flying mud from a Bronco 2. What happened? Wait, the mud killed him? No. It was an accident? No. This mud tracked Drew down.
And sought him out and killed
the
him.
mud killed Drew. The mud murdered Drew.
Demon mud.
Dax.
Ashley?
Dax.
Remember.
Ashley. I know. When I got to go to the Burbank airport, I drive through Hollywood, and then when I hit Burbank, I get out of my car and I push it the last couple of miles. Now I've actually worked out a harness where I can drag the car. It's better. It's like one of those strongman competitions. I'm in front of the car.
Make sure you put your hazards on. They'll ticket you for that. No, you can't push a vehicle without your hazards on, sir.
Ashley?
Hi.
You're 19?
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
What's up, baby doll?
I was in a car accident in June, and the guys hit me, and I was pretty injured and sore for a couple of weeks, and I had a good sex drive before then, but afterwards, it's kind of like my boyfriend has to push me for it now.
How long ago did this happen?
June?
What?
How long ago did this happen?
June.
Okay.
June. And now it's almost October, and he kind of has to motivate me.
Right. We'll do the now math, by the way, on the date, but we do need when the accident did happen. So what happened with the accident?
We were turning onto the freeway, and a group of 16-year-olds hit my car and totaled it.
With their mud.
No mud flaps.
No mud.
So,
No mud.
and you were you injured?
He got a concussion and was in the hospital for a day, and I was wearing my seatbelt and only got a couple of bruising, but
Well, why was this so? Well, this sounds like it was kind of traumatic for you. What happened? I mean, what is this? Sounds.
Well, I've already been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right. I mean, that's
From
really
this event?
What? No. I had a lot of issues when I was little with
All
trauma.
right. Well, here's the
There
deal.
we go.
Relatively minor trauma can trigger a reaction. Really bring on the post-traumatic stress disorder. If you already have sort of PTSD features, relatively minor things can have a profound effect.
And then this kind of...
This just
you get
re-stimulated something from that.
Right. Panic attacks, sleep disturbances, nightmares, mood disturbance, and lack of sex drive would be very consistent with all that.
What happened to you in the past?
I was made fun of in elementary school, and we had a lawsuit over it when I was like 8 years old.
What do you mean made fun of?
About my weight when I was little. I'm fine now with my weight and everything, but
Right.
What were you? You were heavy,
heavy, yes.
and you were made fun of in, you say, junior high or grade school?
6th grade.
6th grade, and there was a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Is your mom an attorney?
No.
No, but she's, yeah.
Yeah.
She's calling from San Francisco, where that kind of stuff probably goes on regularly.
Yeah.
Imagine how much we would have been sued when we were in junior high. So you were heavy. A kid made fun of you, and there's a lawsuit against the school or against the kid, or
the school. Yeah. Like I was beat up by the boys and made fun of by the girls, and it was like this whole big issue.
Really?
So, yeah.
Boys beat you up for being overweight?
It got worse than that, but I don't want to get into too much detail because I'm trying to stay anonymous here, but...
Wow.
Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
How much money did you make?
I'm not allowed to say, actually.
Into the millions?
Confidential.
Into the millions?
No, definitely not.
All right,
but-
not enough to buy a car with airbags, evidently.
No, I don't get the money till I'm older, but
Wow.
my car was good. But
Hold on, I got a plan. I am going to fatten my kid up, send him to school in San Francisco, have a couple bullies kick him around, sue, and then not worry about saving for college.
This, yeah,
All right, kid
it's a
turns
way to
18.
go.
It's a chunk.
I mean,
Wow, Ashley, this is my plan. That's incredible. But now you're not overweight.
no.
That's awesome. So now you're thin, and you're going to get a nice chunk of change.
Do you have an eating disorder?
No, not at all.
What made you overweight when you were younger? Then
I don't know. I was depressed a little bit.
What were you depressed about?
My weight.
No.
no.
No,
What
you got-
do your parents do?
One owns a business, and I don't want my friends to know I'm calling, so if they hear this, they'll know. But my dad has a good job.
Who
mom
decided to sue?
My psychologist. And I skipped a grade.
And you skipped a grade.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so you
graduated early.
I see. So you're young and overweight, and people.
And I had to keep a certain average, so.
All right. Well, in any event, so something has happened as a result of this car accident. Maybe go back to the psychology you were seeing way back when, and
yeah, because here's the thing with
tune-up.
this post-traumatic stress stuff is it becomes like an old injury where you have something that never quite healed right, and then you get into a car accident, and all of a sudden it didn't look like too bad an accident, but because your back was so bad from this horrible motorcycle accident you had 10 years earlier, you're jacked up. It's this version of that emotionally.
Right.
Wow.
That's right.
Only in San Francisco, everyone. Kira?
Oh, no, we got to take a break.
Hey, baby. 28?
Yes, I am.
You got a fear of dating, only been in one relationship.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get on. Thanks.
Yeah, well, we're out of time. But here's the deal. You're not damaged goods. You can be in relationships. Yeah, I don't,
Let's let her be the first call tomorrow, or Sunday night.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Kira. All right, baby. But don't take it personally. I don't want you to slide into that shame spiral.
I appreciate
That Adam's in.
Yeah. Thanks. Eric Balfour here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. I want to thank Eric Balfour for coming out here tonight. Sex, Love, and Secrets, name of the show. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, UPN. And you
Eric
can
did
watch.
a good job.
Thank you very
Certainly
much.
did. You can watch my show, Too Late, with Adam Carolla on Comedy Central
And
right
we'll
now,
see you at the
everybody.
Rose Bowl. I'll see you Saturday morning. We'll see everyone at the Rose Bowl Saturday.
Drew, call me on my cell phone so we
I will.
can try to
I will.
hash this out.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
so
my cell phone. Can I use your phone? Okay, I will.
work it out, buddy.
All right.
All right. I want to thank, junior producer Lauren and producer Ann and Lauren and Michelle and Anderson and Patricia and Curtis and Vic and Nick.
Mark.
And
I think
Mark and Tyke
Nicole.
and
I think Nicole's
Tricky
still
and
here reading the newspaper.
Cubby and Nicole. So until next time, Sam Kroll for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. All right, Drew, I'll pick you up, but you're in, buddy.
All right, baby.
You're in.
Well, I got to
All
bring the boys with me.
You mean your scrotum?
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.